Lots of discussion going around about Becky Lynch, so we'll see what's happening there. Trish Stratus also made several reveals with her promo, so we'll take a look at that as well. Let's start things off with all the latest news surrounding Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus' story, because things are really heating up there. It's a fact that there never really is any great non-title feuds going on in the women's division. That has always been the division's biggest flaw. For the last few years, the women's world titles have been the only main feuds going in the women's division. If you weren't the champion or the #1 contender for the title, chances are you were probably lost in the shuffle and not up to much because great non-title feuds just didn't really exist for the women. But now with Trish Stratus and Becky Lynch, that theme is finally changing. There's finally a massive non-title feud happening in the women's division that has captivated everyone's full attention. And like we've been going over several times now, this entire story all started with the trio of Lita, Becky Lynch, and Trish Stratus. For several weeks, Becky Lynch was presented as the main centerpiece of the trio and even held the tag team titles with Lita, while Trish was just basically there as the third wheel and sidekick. And everyone picked up on the situation and Trish's body language and figured that it was only really a matter of time before Trish Stratus took action against either Becky Lynch, Lita, or both of them. And that finally happened on the April 10th edition of Raw, where Trish Stratus finally turned on Becky Lynch. And then 1 week later, the biggest story everyone was talking about was Becky Lynch's WWE status because of a very strange tweet that she sent out. Becky took to Twitter Monday afternoon to simply announce that she won't be coming to Raw today. Not only did she tweet that message out, she also instantly changed her profile picture and changed her display name to her actual name of Rebecca Quinn. So as usual for when it comes to these sort of situations, it's meant to generate buzz and get the fans talking, and the fans absolutely fell for it and took the bait from WWE and Becky Lynch. Becky instantly went trending on Twitter with fans discussing and wondering about her WWE status and what was going on with her. Fans were wondering if there were any creative issues. If she was walking out, why would she announce that she's not coming to Raw? That's not something you usually see. Everyone was just running wild with their own speculation and theories to what was going on here with Becky Lynch and why she would tease and hint at a WWE walkout like that. But as some fans expected, it's all a work and part of her ongoing storyline in WWE with Trish Stratus. But according to Fightful, Becky Lynch legitimately wasn't at Raw, but it was for a much different reason. They claim that Becky Lynch is currently dealing with a minor foot injury, so that's why she had to be pulled from Raw, even though she was previously advertised for the show. They also reported that Becky Lynch's current WWE deal does not expire until June 2024. So for everyone that was worried that Becky could actually leave, she's still very well under contract for another full year. So you can scratch that off the list as well. But the injury is reportedly not a big deal, and Becky will be more than fine going forward, according to the reports. So instead of just quietly having Becky Lynch disappear, it looks like they used her absence to add more aura and mystery to the overall story. Because within the storyline world, we're not supposed to know about the foot injury, so you gotta throw that piece of information out the window. So within the story, Becky just didn't show up to Raw a week after the attacks, and changed all her display names to her real name. So what exactly is the story there? Was Becky Lynch so disgusted and hurt by the betrayal from Trish Stratus that she just wanted to be done and walked away from the ring altogether? It's definitely a possibility because she just skipped work. She couldn't bring herself to show up to the show. She's switching all of her display names. Did Trish's actions just really make Becky Lynch that disappointed and frustrated that she couldn't take it anymore? That could be the sort of direction that they're teasing here for Becky Lynch. Maybe in reality, she's nursing and recovering from that foot injury, But within the storyline, Becky Lynch realizes that she can't let Trish get away with what she did. And that's what motivates her to come back and seek revenge on Trish Stratus. Speaking of Trish Stratus, let's get into her Raw promo because it was full of revelations, information, and her motive to do what she did. Trish starts off her promo by taking full credit for women's wrestling as a whole. Trish says that she came into the WWE at a time where women's wrestling was a joke to everyone, and how nobody cared about anything that was happening in the division. Trish says that she was the one to change that she was the first woman to make fans care about the women's division. And she may be the heel in this program, but it's really hard to argue against Trish's points. She truly was one of the first women to truly put women's wrestling on the map for WWE and for the entire world of pro wrestling. Can't take that away from her at all, even as a heel. Trish says that without her footprints in WWE, there would be no women's revolution and definitely no women in the main event of WrestleMania. Trish says that there should have been "Thank You Trish" chants during the main event of WrestleMania 36 between Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte Flair. Trish's main issue is that if you listen to Becky Lynch talk about that, she'll probably convince you that the big change in women's wrestling started with the 4 horsewomen. But Trish says that statement and idea is a joke, just like Becky Lynch. Trish says that she was watching Becky Lynch for a long time, and how she was letting everything Becky did slide for a while because she understood the whole concept of showing off your confidence and promoting it. But the second that Trish got the sense that Becky might be actually believing her own hype, that's when Trish had to return and get a closer look at Becky Lynch. Trish says that Becky Lynch never said thank you for opening the door for me and all the other opportunities that came her way. Trish points out how good Becky Lynch is at convincing people, and she used Lita as an example. Just 1 year ago, in 2022, Lita was calling out Becky Lynch and challenging her. But now in 2023, according to Trish, Lita was now eating out of Becky Lynch's hands. Trish says that Lita was dancing down the ramp at WrestleMania, happy to be Becky's sidekick, but how Trish Stratus is nobody's sidekick. Trish then confirmed everyone's suspicions. It was in fact Trish Stratus that took out Lita with the backstage attack. She took full responsibility for that. Trish also appeared to confirm another fan theory and suspicion that she purposely lost the match and didn't kick out in order to screw Becky Lynch out of the titles. According to Trish, that's exactly what her plans were. She wanted to take out Lita, step in for her to defend the titles, and purposely lose the match so that Becky and Lita lost the titles only because of her. It's definitely evil and a big switch up to what we usually see. So it's definitely a deep heel turn, but the heel turn didn't start the second Trish attacked Becky after the match. It started long before that. Trish has been plotting everything from the very second she returned. So it was a great promo that gave us Trish's motive. She refuses to let anyone try to rewrite history or take credit for what she did for women's wrestling. And she feels like Becky Lynch is a threat in that matter, and that's why she wants to fix things there. So this is an absolutely massive non-title storyline and feud for the women's division, and it looks like it will be a long-term story. Now that Trish confirmed that she attacked Lita, you know that Lita just can't ride off into the sunset following that attack. Lita has to return and has to face Trish Stratus sometime within the next few months. So definitely count on seeing that matchup in the near future. And then Trish Stratus and Becky Lynch will finally get their time to meet in the ring one-on-one, which is rumored to be going down at SummerSlam. So it's a great story so far, lots of buzz generating, great explanation from Trish Stratus, and it'll be interesting to see where this story goes to next, with Lita and Becky Lynch both now gunning for Trish Stratus. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.